Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. We're going to get right into it because we got a few to go through, and we're going to start off with something that's actually not a comic. So check this out. I picked all these up at MyComicShop.com. If you're not familiar with that, check it out. Links down below. You can, whatever. You get something, you go make your first purchase. I don't know. Just click the link down below at MyComicShop.com and yeah, you get something. Or if not, at least you found books. So check it out. Let's make me small and let's get to the haul. Whoa! All right. First up, we have Superman P.O. Box 65. This Power Records $12.95, I believe. And just super cool. Just funny because it looks like it says $22.75 in the corner. So I don't know where they get the $12.95 from. But that is the number of it. So really cool, really like it. Yeah, because it says here Batman P.O. Box says $22.95, so we'll have to get that switched up and changed and see what the story is. So follow the fantastic exploits of your favorite TV and comic book heroes on Power Records. And let me tell you, that voice I just did right there is better than the voice you hear on this. I'll do a video on this so you guys can hear just how good and or bad this is. But I got it for a couple of reasons. One, because Soups, man, plays my record player. It's a 33 1/3 speed record, so you can't beat that. Nice 7-incher. So kind of like a 45, about the same size of a 45, but it has a small hole in the middle, so the big one. And P.O. Box 65, that's my address. that's my P.O. Box number, so it really couldn't have been any better. So when I showed it to my wife, she was like, "What? No way!" I was like, "I know, right? Crazy." And there he is standing there. That's how I look just about every Saturday picking up my mail. So I hope you guys appreciate that. All right, next up we got Frank Cho's Liberty Meadows, number 9, I think. Ooh, if I'm wrong, I'll find out in the little thing that swipes up there. Frank Cho's Liberty Meadows, a very special Liberty Meadows featuring Brandy, Tomb Raider. Bring him back alive. Look at that. Look at that. The most fearsome adventure here is the spine ticks. Black covers. What are you going to do? They are what they are. But look at that. Looking good. Man, Frank Cho. He really is a talent. This is an oddball comic. The Socketeer kind of falls into my parody books, which I have a few of. And then also featuring The Socketeer 1991. Boom. All the way into the future. Which is funny because this comic was actually done in 99. So I guess that's the old Socketeer they're going back for. I don't know. Great old stuff. I mean, just weird stuff. But you guys know I'm a big Rocketeer fan. Looks like he's carrying a faux Betty Page. Fetty Phage? I don't know what we call her. But can't beat that. Number 1 of, I believe, 1. So here's Tales of Terror number 12. Nice little Eclipse book. John Bolton, man. I love werewolves. They're my favorite monsters. And look at that. I mean, that is just killer. Yeah. Those eyes are looking into you. Whew. Scary. Tales of Terror. John Bolton doing a fantastic job on this cover. And actually, the interior is pretty good, too, if you like that type of anthology horror book. So, good stuff there. Bringing it back home with some normal stuff. Here's Spider-Woman, although we're still in the realm of the weird, right? Because anytime you're talking about this original Spider-Woman run, it gets weird. This is number 33. Again, I'm chipping away at this run. I still got quite a few to go. I think I'm still missing like maybe 10 issues or so of this run of 50 of the original run. So Spider-Woman Volume 1, number 33. Working my way through. I'm trying to pick them up on the cheap. If I can find one for like $4 or under, or even $5 or under, if it's a good condition and a good cover. There's really no keys in this whole run yet. You guys know how that is. All of a sudden, a book you thought wasn't a key pops up and it's a key and you got to have it. But as far as I'm aware, other than number 1 being her first Untitled book, there's really no keys in this run, so not too much to worry about on that. But I'm still chipping away at them, trying to get them for $4 or $5 a piece or less when I can. But as you know, once you start getting further down the road of all these of the runs, when you get down to like the last 15 or 20 books, it's harder to get them at the price that you're looking to get them for, because you know, you got to be more selective, because instead of just being able to buy a bulk of 10 and you probably need 8 or 9 of them, now any kind of lot deals are always bad for me, and you know, you gotta individually hunt them. Catwoman Vampirella. I forget the name of this. This is called Catwoman Vampirella, the Furries. The Furries? The Furies? F-U-R-I-E-S. I'll let you be the judge. It could be the Furries. I don't know. Maybe they dress up in big bat costumes. Batwoman Vampirella. Jim Balent. What can you say? The master. He does amazing work. This actually has a cover also by Jimmy Palmiotti. I'm thinking this may be Balent and that may be Palmiotti. But because I don't recall a face like that from Balent. That looks a little bit more like Jimmy. But we'll see. I don't know. What do you think? And of course, you know Jim Balent's going to hide some cats in there. So check out those kitty cats. See if I can get them to focus on them. Come on, cats. All right. I don't think it's going to focus. Look at that. The bat in the background. Jim Balent. Just phew, best Catwoman ever is Jim Balent Catwoman. We'll delve into something a little bit strange again. Here's Deadpool number 15. This is the Marvel Mini-Mates version. I just thought it was super cute, super cool. I like Mini-Mates, I have to say. I like them better than Legos, Lego figures. I like them. They're my favorite small minifigure, if you will. And I like how posable and interchangeable they are. I just think they're great. So, Mini-Mates, Deadpool 15, Mini-Mates. I got rid of a Mini-Mates book not too long ago, and I kind of wish I'd kept it, but oh well. Such is life. Oh, look out. Bud Root coming in strong. This is Cave Woman Killing Dinos 101 Summer Break. Special edition cover D, limited to 500 copies. I found this for like $3, man. Anytime you can get a cave one, a Bud Root Cave Woman for $3, I mean, you gotta buy that, especially a limited 1 in 500, and people are out there hunting down 1 in 100s, and you know, all this, and that's 1 out of every 100 printed. 1 in 25, that doesn't mean there's only 25 of them. That's 1 in every 25 printed. They print another one of those. This is 1 of 500, not in 500, 1 of 500. So that means there's only 500 of these in existence, and I tell you, that looks great. I love her blondish hair. Usually she's got brown hair, but because it's summertime, the sun's shining, they got a little golden. So very cool. Reminds me of my wife's hair in the summer. So woohoo! So does the rest of it. All right. And last but certainly not least, pick this up in auction. MyComicShop.com has auctions as well. And pick this one, Savage Wolverine number 4, which I'm super excited about, because it's got a green label. You say, Bub, what are you doing with a green label? So here's my tip. Okay, tip for picking up auction wins and such, especially from mycomicshop.com. But a lot of, when you buy them off legitimate sites, if you will, right? Not eBay or whatever. I know that's a legitimate site, but when you're buying off of bigger sites, bigger retail sites, a lot of times they only put what's on the label. So in this case, it says Savage Wolverine number 4, Marvel Comics 613. I guess that's the date. 2 names written on the cover in marker. And when the book was listed, that's all it said as well. Well, if you're me and you know your signatures, I instantly recognize Frank Cho, who is the interior artist on this book and also the writer of the book. The cover is done by Lionel Yu, Francis, whatever, Francis Lean Yu or Lean Francis Yu. So that signature is not on here, oddly enough. But what is on here is a Herb Trimpe signature. At least that's what I think it is. You guys tell me. That looks like Trimpe and Cho both signed this book. So my plan for this, and it's a 9.6 too, but I can see where the damage is, so I don't think I'll be able to bump it. It has some color rub right there at the staples, which is normal. And when I say which is normal, I just mean to say that CGC Grader is going to look for color rub near the staples because it happens so often. It's instantaneously going to knock it out of a 9.8. So I don't think I can fix that. And even if I press it and clean it, it looks pretty flat. I'm not going to be able to change the grade on that. But there we have it. So my tip is, when you're looking at these listings, a lot of times they won't say the name listed on the cover. And a lot of people, as soon as they've seen that green label, they're out, man. They're scrolling. They see a green label. They just keep scrolling. Now, I may have been one of the only few people who were really excited to pick up a Herb Trimpe signature on a Wolverine book for, you know, he's one of the original co-creators and artists of Wolverine. So I may have been one of the few people super excited to get this book, but whenever I see that green label, I always make sure that I look at the picture of the book, not just dismiss it because it's a green label and maybe there's something cut out of it. It's got a coupon missing, some kind of qualified grade. CGC is not going to say what the names are, and neither did MyComicShop. They never, in the whole listing, never say Frank Cho or Herb Trimpe. You would have had to have opened up the picture, zoomed in, and looked for those signatures, and then try to figure out what they were yourself. So my point is, do the work. And when you see a green label, unless you're someone who just really hates green labels, don't just dismiss it. Check it out. See what's in the listing, see what's in the label, and then see if it's something that you may actually want. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until Mr. U is somewhere near me and try and get this book signed by him. It's one of the few times I may even do a submission, but I'd like to get one signed. I'd like to get this signed by him, and when I do, I'll crack it out myself probably and send it in, or find him and get it signed, and then I'll have all 3 signatures of the interior artist. It's really awesome. I'll have the interior artist, I'll have the writer, I'll have the cover artist, so you've already got the trifecta there, and then you've got a co-creator of the character, so can't beat that. So there you go, Savage Wolverine number 4, the big one from this haul. So I'll just remind you to read a comic, and let's see who gets it today. We gave a lot of Jim Balent love, so we'll give a little bit more. Read a comic, and don't apologize for the glare. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.